Now we're going to learn about a different type of polynomial division called synthetic division, and this works when the divisor is a linear factor. So the divisor must be linear. So you can't have an x squared term or anything, it just has to be an x term. Now, what we do with synthetic division, we're going to divide 2x to the fourth plus 7x cubed plus x minus 12, and we're going to divide it by x plus 3. We're going to make a little box right here, and in here we're going to put what would be the 0 of the factor. So this is x plus 3. If you set that equal to 0, you would get x equals negative 3. So we're going to put negative 3 in the box. Now across the top here, we're going to list numbers. These are going to be the coefficients of p of x. So just the numbers, and if one is missing, you would put 0. So we'll put a 2 for the x to the fourth, a 7 for the x cubed, a 1, we're missing an x squared, so a 0 for the x squared, a 1 for the x, and the minus 12 for the constant term. Now, here's how synthetic division works. We always bring down the first number. Okay, then we take that number and we multiply it by what's in the box, and we put that product under the next number. So 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. We're going to put that under the 7. And then you always add going down. So adding going down, we would get 1. And now we repeat that. So we do 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. Add going down, negative 3. Now we're going to take this negative 3 here, multiply by the negative 3 in the box, gives us 9. So we put that under the 1. 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 times negative 3 is negative 30. Add going down, we would get negative 42. Okay, now here's how it works. This last number is your remainder. So you'll know right away if you had a factor if the remainder is 0. Then the quotient, you're going to start with the 1 degree less than what you had in your what you were dividing into. So we started with x to the fourth. This is going to be 2x cubed plus 1x squared minus 3x plus 10. Okay, so we would write this out. Our p of x equals d of x times q of x plus r of x. Our p of x is what we're dividing into, so that'll be 2x to the fourth plus 7x cubed plus x minus 12 equals, our divisor was x plus 3. Our quotient is the 2x cubed plus x squared minus 3x plus 10. And our remainder is negative 42. Oops. Hold on, let me... Okay, so now we can move on to the next one. We want to divide x cubed minus 7x squared plus 13x plus 3 by x minus 2. So in the little box, we're going to put a positive 2 because that's what the 0 would be if we set x minus 2 equal to 0. Then we're going to write the coefficients of our polynomial across the top. So it would be 1x cubed minus 7x squared plus 13x plus 3. So we always bring down the first number, so we do 1, then we start the multiplication. So 1 times 2 is 2, add going down, negative 5. Negative 5 times 2 is negative 10, add going down is 3. 3 times 2 is 6, add going down is 9. So that's our remainder. We started with an x cubed, so this will be 1x squared minus 5x plus 3. So to write it in the right form, we would say x cubed minus 7x squared plus 13x plus 3 equals x minus 2 times x squared minus 5x plus 3. Oops. Plus our remainder of 9. Okay, we'll do one more here. So we have 2x to the fourth plus 3x squared minus 1, and we want to divide it by x minus 1/2. So our 0 would be 1/2, and across the top we would put 2. Now we don't have an x cubed, so we do 0. 3x squared. We have 0x minus 1. So make sure you put those zeros in where appropriate, or your whole answer will be off. So we bring down the 2. 2 times 1/2 is 1. Going down, we have 1. 1 times 1/2 is 1/2. And then we'd have 3 plus 1/2, which as a fraction is 7/2. 7/2 times 1/2 would be 7/4. 0 plus 7/4 is 7/4. 7/4 times 1/2 would be 7/8. And negative 1 plus 7/8 is going to be negative 1/8. So that'll be our reminder. Start with x to the 4th, so this will be 2x cubed plus x squared plus 7/2 x plus 7/4. So we would write this as 2x to the 4th plus 3x squared minus 1 equals x minus 1/2 times 2x cubed plus x squared plus 7/2 x plus 7/4, and then minus our remainder 1/8.